Season 8 of Outlander isn't just another chapter, it's the storm before the calm, a season that could change everything fans know about Jamie and Claire Fraser. Rumors are spreading fast that this might be the season when Jamie meets his tragic fate. But what if his death opens the door to something even bigger? Like the long-awaited return of Frank Randall. That's right. The final season of Outlander might not follow Diana Gabaldon's books exactly, but key moments from Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, and even hints from her unreleased 10th novel are expected to shape the story. So while the show is taking its own path, we can expect certain emotional landmarks, one of which might be the shocking reappearance of Frank. Claire's first husband, Frank Randall, played by Tobias Menzies, hasn't been seen since his brief flashback in Season 4. It's been years since his character graced the screen, but his presence still echoes through Claire's story. And if the series decides to mirror the books, Frank could play a crucial part in Jamie's final moments. It's poetic in a way. Frank was there at the beginning, and he could be there, symbolically at the end. Now let's rewind a bit. Season 7 ended with the Battle of Monmouth, Claire injured, and Jamie deciding to resign from the Continental Army. All of this lines up perfectly with events in the 8th book, written in my own heart's blood, where the Frasers finally return to Fraser's Ridge. But their peace doesn't last long. In Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, war reaches their doorstep in North Carolina, forcing Jamie back into battle one last time. In the novel, Jamie falls in combat, and for a moment, it seems all is lost. Claire believes he's gone, but through her healing power and sheer will, she brings him back from the edge of death. It's one of the most emotional moments in the book, and if the show adapts it, it could become one of the defining scenes of the entire series. Jamie's fall and resurrection would serve not just as a symbol of love, but as a bridge to all the threads that Outlander has been weaving for years. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Jamie's death and Frank's story are connected in a way few fans realize. Brianna, their daughter, returns from the future with a history book written by none other than Frank Randall. That book details the battles in North Carolina, right down to Jamie's supposed death. So even though Frank has been gone for decades within the show's timeline, his words, his research, and his knowledge shape the fate of the Frasers. This twist gives the writers a perfect way to bring Frank back, even if only in flashbacks. Imagine seeing Frank piecing together Jamie's life, uncovering truths that even Claire never knew. It's haunting, emotional, and beautifully circular. Frank may have died, but his understanding of time, history, and destiny lingers, influencing everything that comes after. In fact, Season 7 already planted seeds for this. There's a subtle moment when Brianna is seen flipping through one of Frank's books titled The Soul of a Rebel, The Scottish Roots of the American Revolution. That's the same kind of book she later carries into the past in Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. This isn't coincidence, it's foreshadowing. It's a quiet reminder that Frank has always been part of this story, even when he wasn't physically present. Frank's knowledge has always run deeper than anyone suspected. Earlier episodes revealed he knew about the fire at Fraser's Ridge, and even the possibility of Jamie and Claire's deaths. He knew they'd survive Culloden. He even seemed aware that Claire's time with him in the 20th century was temporary. That hidden awareness adds a bittersweet layer to his character. He loved a woman whose destiny was never meant to stay beside him. So why would Frank document Jamie's life in such detail? Maybe it wasn't just historical interest. Maybe it was an act of love, a way of preserving Claire's past, ensuring Brianna would one day understand the man her mother truly loved. If Season 8 explores that, it could finally give Frank the emotional closure he deserves, tying up the loose ends of his story with grace and meaning. But Season 8 doesn't stop there. It also promises to connect deeply with Outlander's upcoming prequel, Blood of My Blood. This new series dives into the lives of Jamie and Claire's parents, Brian and Ellen Fraser, and Henry and Julia Beauchamp. The prequel already dropped huge revelations that could ripple into the main story. One of the biggest? Henry and Julia didn't die in the car accident, as Claire believed. They survived, and somehow ended up in the 18th century. This twist changes everything we thought we knew about Claire's origins. It opens the possibility of her parents crossing paths with familiar faces from the main series, like Ellen Fraser and Ned Gowan, blurring the lines between generations and timelines. It's a storytelling move that redefines destiny within the Outlander universe. And here's where another theory gains strength. Many fans believe Claire's first daughter, Faith, once thought dead, may have actually survived, perhaps saved by the mysterious Master Raymond. Blood of My Blood could reveal that Faith was raised by none other than Henry and Julia, her grandparents. What once seemed impossible now feels chillingly plausible. The pieces are finally connecting. If that's true, Season 8 might not only explore Jamie's death and resurrection, but also weave together generations of the Fraser and Beauchamp families. It's a story about fate, healing, and the enduring power of love that transcends time itself. It's heartbreaking to think of the losses Claire endured, losing her first husband, her child, her parents, and yet destiny keeps circling back, finding ways to mend what time tore apart. Season 8 could bring all these stories together, showing that no love, no connection truly disappears. Jamie's death might not be the end. It could be the beginning of understanding how every moment in Claire's life was interconnected. From Frank's writings to Faith's fate, from her healing powers to her parents' mysterious survival. Outlander has always been about love defying time, and this season might be where it all comes full circle. So, as we head toward the final chapter, one thing is certain. Outlander Season 8 will deliver both heartbreak and closure. Jamie's fall, Claire's healing, Frank's legacy, and the echoes of Faith's story will intertwine to give fans the emotional ending they've waited for. It's the culmination of decades of storytelling, a reminder that even in loss, love endures and time always finds a way to bring everything home.